Hello, Piano 213. Before we get started looking at the assignments, I thought we should do a little overview here. First of all, I'm sure you've printed out the keyboard proficiency examination from Western. It has 8 areas on it, and we will basically be covering those areas for the assignment. So by the time you get to the exam at the end, you'll pass it with flying colors. Okay, so the first thing is involving repertoire and reading at sight, piano pieces and 4-part hymns. So in order to do that well, we want to begin a sight reading log and print that out, keep track of the minutes, hopefully about 10 minutes a day, and the piece that you're sight reading, okay? Something close to your level. You don't have to do the whole thing, maybe a line, and remember, only the first time you do it is sight reading. All right? Then finally we have the list of assignments with the dates that they're due. We're going to do them in order. You'll have 2 due every Monday, midnight before Monday's next session, okay? So the 12th, that's a Sunday night, the 19th, the 26th, and so forth. So let's begin with the first sight reading assignment. It's not pure sight reading because you're going to see it a little bit first, but when you feel like you can play that in a steady tempo, do so and begin your sight reading log, which you'll turn in every week. So here we are looking at the first assignment, assignment 1, the Star Spangled Banner. I picked this because you know it and you'll be able to keep a steady beat. First of all, notice the B flat key signature. You might want to play the B flat scale first to get yourself oriented. This is a reminder as well that you should start doing your scales 2 octaves hands separately and then 1 octave hands together. Incorporate this as you go, then when you need to pass that off, it will be pretty easy. So you might try it hands separate first and then hands together. I'm just going to look at the first phrase, hands separate. I'm going to notice the first 3 notes make a triad. So I'm going to use fingerings 5 to 3 to 1. That doesn't work so well as I continue because I need to stretch up to the B flat. Okay, and I'm going to pick my hand up, reach way down to the D, E natural. Okay, in the left hand, think about intervals whenever you have them. 3rd, keep those accidentals, the B flats and the E flat, then an F sharp. 7th to a 3rd. You might think about secondary dominance, whatever is causing those accidentals, that would be great, but we're not going to do that right now. And then hands together. Now I have to use my other finger on the B flat, so I move it. Let's do that again. Keeping steady tempo. And I would do the same for each phrase. Second phrase, if I've done it hands separately to make sure of the pitfalls, then I would go on. Notice here you hold that thumb down. Need to do the repeat for your recording, okay? You know how the rest of it goes, so continue like that. Let's look at assignment number 2, and this is suggested folk songs to harmonize. You'll harmonize 1 in the key of D, 2 sharps, and 1 in the key of B flat, 2 flats. Choose what you know, pick out the tune first, and then put 1, 4, and 5 chords with it. Let's do this. Let's pick Yankee Doodle, and I'm going to pick a key that you're not working with. Let's do it in the key of F. So first I might want to try the tune. Okay, now my chords, I'm going to practice the 1 chord, the 4 chord, which is the top two fingers going up. See that? The F, B flat, D. And then the 5-7 chord. So I play my one chord, I play the top two notes, and the pinky goes down. So that's E, B flat, C. Okay, so figure that out first. I was just on BECU and they used that as a recording on hold for about 15 minutes. Drove me nuts. Okay, so now putting it together, Yankee Doodle, generally if it's on the downbeat, it's going to start on 1. And then I'm going back to 1. Here's the 4, 5-7. You'll generally find that the 5-7 is before the ending, like the end, and that there's a 4 somewhat in the middle of the piece. Okay? There's your assignment 2.